Hi everyone, and welcome to Medicine for the Soul Yoga. My name is Sara, and I will be guiding us through an exploration of our root chakra today. So we'll be focusing physically on our lower backs, and we'll be stretching into our hamstrings as well. If you have a block or some type of object that is similar to a yoga block, please feel free to take one or two and just place them at the front of your mat. And once you have arrived and settled, let's begin. So we'll start today's practice in a seated position. Go ahead and just cross your legs in an easy seat. And then placing your palms on your knees, place face down here in a bit of a kind of grounding pose. So the root chakra is very grounding. It anchors us into the earth. Go ahead and press your palms into your knees and just close your eyes here, starting to sink into your breath, finding your center here as you breathe in through your nostrils. And as you sigh out of your mouth, just drawing all of your attention, all of your awareness to this now moment and into your physical body, which is really the basis of the root chakra. Now, as you continue to breathe here, start to draw your attention to the location just behind the base of your spine. So right at the base of your spine, right at your tailbone. And just notice what's happening there. And as you breathe into the space, notice if you can just allow your knees, allow the base of your body to just relax a little bit here, releasing a bit through your hips, through your lower back. And notice how that allows you to feel a little more rooted, a little more anchored into this posture. Now from here, as you continue to breathe, really deep inhales and smooth, steady exhales, start to imagine a root, a long line of energy, just growing from the base of your spine, from your tailbone, into the earth beneath you. And as it continues, this long cord continues to grow into the earth, making its way all the way through each layer of soil. Just start to imagine it wrapping itself now around the center of the earth, the core of the earth, before it makes its way back up. Moving through each of those layers again of soil and rock as it makes its way back into your spine, back into your lower back, anchoring you even further, even deeper into this posture. Knowing here that you are fully supported by the earth beneath you. Couple more breaths here just to root in a little bit deeper. And then from here, as you inhale, go ahead and reach your arms up high overhead, lifting your gaze and your fingertips and your heart towards the sky. As you exhale, take a gentle twist towards the right side, bringing your right hand behind you, left hand to right knee. Inhale to lift the crown of your head higher, lengthening through your spine. And then as you exhale, take a little bit of a deeper twist. Maybe you gaze past your right shoulder. Inhale to reach back through center, lifting your arms high. And then as you exhale, take a gentle twist towards the left. So left hand comes behind you, right hand to the outside of your left knee. Inhale to lengthen through your spine, crown of your head comes high. And then as you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Maybe you gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, reach back through center, arms come high. And then as you exhale, go ahead and bring your hands to your side. And then gently, slowly, in your own time, make your way into a tabletop position. So spreading your fingers wide, stacking your shoulders directly over your wrists, hips directly over your knees. Go ahead and inhale to drop your belly, lift your gaze for cow pose. You can tuck your toes here. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone in, tuck your belly in, chin to chest. And then inhale, cow. Dropping your belly, a little warmth in our spine here as we just start these subtle movements of practice. Rounding your spine on your exhale for cat. And then inhaling into cow. One more exhale for cat pose. And then as you inhale, come back to stillness here. Come to a neutral spine. And then inhale here, step your right leg back behind you, keeping your toes to the mat. We'll just take a gentle rock here, back and forth. Again, just starting to warm up our spines here, finding a little stretch through our ankles. And then inhale, lift your right toes off the mat, lengthen all the way through this right leg, flexing your foot here so your toes are facing the earth. And then as you inhale, coming into a balanced posture here, right arm reaches long, left arm reaches long in front of you. So we're balanced on our right palm, our left knee. Inhale to reach through your fingertips, press your foot back, finding a nice straight line here from fingertip to sole of your feet. And then as you exhale, go ahead and round your spine, bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale again to lengthen through. Exhale to crunch, rounding your spine, elbow to knee. One more time like that. Inhale to lengthen, reaching through. And then exhale, elbow to knee, rounding your spine. Inhale one last time here, lengthening through, reaching through your fingertips. And then as you exhale, gently place your palm back to the mat, knee back to the mat, and then inhale for your cow pose. Exhale for cat, rounding your spine. Inhale, come back through center, neutral spine, and then other side. Inhale, left leg comes back behind you, keeping your toes to the mat. Just take a gentle rock back and forth. And then coming back to stillness as you inhale, left leg reaches off the mat, coming into one straight line, similar to what we did on the other side. Pressing into your left palm, inhale, right arm reaches long in front of you. Again, reaching through those fingertips, pressing through your back foot, flexing your foot down, your toes are reaching towards the mat. And then as you exhale, go ahead and round your spine, elbow to knee. Chin to chest here, inhale to reach, lengthening through. Exhale, round your spine, elbow to knee. Inhale to reach, lengthening all the way through. And then again, exhale, round your spine, warming up our spine, coming into a little bit of balance here. And also firing up our cores here. One more time, reach through, lengthen. And then as you exhale, gently press your palm and your knee back to the mat. Our core here really helps to support our lower back in these postures. So it's important to engage all of these areas. Go ahead and tuck your toes here. Send your hips all the way back and up. Press your hips high towards the sky for downward facing dog. Now from here, press into your palms. And then as you inhale, heels lift off the mat, coming onto your toes. As you exhale, press your heels into the mat, coming a little bit deeper into this posture. This really nice resting posture. Now, the work here is to press our weight all the way back into our legs and our feet so that our wrists aren't being too compromised here. So we'll just be working with that through our practice here. From here, as you inhale, heels lift, knees bend, and then just gently walk one step at a time to the front of your mat. Your feet will come to meet your hands. And then from here, just fold over your legs in a nice uttanasana, forward fold. You can keep your knees bent as much as you need here, maybe allowing your chest and your belly just to rest on your thighs. This all of your hamstrings and your lower back. And then from here, maybe you take a little ragdoll, bringing opposite hand to opposite elbow. Maybe just rocking a little side to side. Releasing through your lower back. And then if you're in that ragdoll, just take the opposite forearm on top here. Again, finding a little balance in this posture. Crown of your head reaches towards the earth. Then go ahead and release your ragdoll. And then placing Your palms to your ankles, just one hand at a time, walk yourself all the way up your legs. Eventually, we'll roll up one vertebrae at a time. The crown of our heads will be the last thing to rise. And then as you inhale, arms reach high overhead, lifting up and out of your sit bones. Slight back bend here. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We'll take just one moment here to set an intention for today's practice. So just bringing your hands to heart center. Go ahead and sink into something that you would like to draw into your life, something that can be really grounding, really nourishing. Maybe it's how you would like to feel after this practice, more anchored into the earth. And then from here, inhale, arms reach high, again lifting up and out of your sit bones. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift your heart. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into plank pose. And then as you exhale, knees, chest, chin come all the way to the mat. Inhale to press your heart forward, low cobra pose here. So hugging your knees together, zipping your legs together, pressing your chest high here. And then coming back into your lower back, just noticing how you're feeling in your root chakra area after just those gentle warming movements. As you exhale, heart comes back down to the mat, press back into a tabletop position, and then tuck your toes, send your hips all the way back and up for downward facing dog. Inhale here, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest, press the mat away, step your foot between your palms and drop your back knee. Inhale, arms reach high for Anjaneyasana, pressing your pelvis forward, lifting your heart. And then as you exhale, plant your palms, tuck your back toe, step back into plank, and then send your hips all the way back and up for downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest, press the mat away, step your foot between your palms and drop your back knee. Inhale, rise up for Anjaneyasana. Again, pressing your pelvis forward as you lift. One more round of breath here. Inhale, heart comes high. And then exhale, plant your palms, step back into plank, send your hips all the way back and up for downward facing dog. Inhale, heels lift, knees bend, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift your heart. And then exhale to fold. From here, we're just going to find a nice little gentle kind of breeze blowing you from side to side. Again, just releasing through our lower backs, finding some nice extension through our hamstrings. And again, if you need to take a micro bend in your knees or a larger bend in your knees, please feel free to do that. In these early moments, we are doing our best to support our bodies. Another of the root chakra. And then coming back into stillness, go ahead and inhale to halfway lift your heart. Exhale, plant your palms. Inhale again, halfway lift your heart. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms reach all the way up, coming to stand, fingertips towards the sky. And then again, we're going to inhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Just loosening up our lower backs here. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, and then step back into plank. This time we're going to move through a chaturanga, so halfway bend your elbows. Inhale, press your heart forward for upward facing dog. Slight back bend here. Exhale, hips come high for downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest, press the mat away, step your foot between your palms, and then again, drop your back knee. From here, send your hips all the way back towards your heel. Lift your right toes off the mat, and then we're going to come into a half Hanuman. So inhale to send your chest forward, crown of your head forward. And then as you exhale, gently fold over your right leg. One round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend your right knee. Press your hips and your foot forward. And then press into your back tuck toes. Lift your back knee off the mat. Press into your left palm and inhale, right arm reaches high. Little twist here in this low lunge. As you exhale, right hand comes back to the mat. Drop your back knee. And then again, press your hips back for half Hanuman. A nice little stretch here for our hamstrings, which will help to release our lower back. Inhale, crown of your head comes forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, press your hips, press your foot forward. Lift off of your back knee, and then again, press into your left palm. Inhale, right arm reaches high. Coming back into that twist. Exhale, plant your right palm to the mat, and then step back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga here. Inhale, upward facing, making sure that you're not pinching your lower back here, but that you're staying really lengthened through the back of your body here, even as we're stretching our front body. Exhale, hips come up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest, press the mat away, step your foot between your palms, drop your back knee. And then again, as you set your hips all the way back, your toes lift off the mat here for half Hanuman. Inhale, heart comes forward, crown of your head comes forward, and then exhale, fold over your leg a little bit deeper here. Nice hamstring stretch. Inhale, press your hips forward, toes forward, lift off of your back knee, press your right palm into the mat, and then inhale, left arm reaches high. Little low lunge twist here. Exhale, plant your palm down to the mat, your back knee, send your hips back, lift your toes off the mat. Inhale, crown of your head comes forward, lengthening through your spine and your chest, and then exhale to fold. 1 round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, start to press your hips forward, bend your knee, toes to the mat. Back knee, press your right palm into the mat, and then inhale, left arm reaches high. Low lunge twist. Exhale, both palms to the mat, step back into plank, and then again, move through your vinyasa. Exhaling to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, extending through your lower back here, opening up your chest, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Hips come all the way back and up. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest, press the mat away, step your foot between your palms, and then your back foot will come down 45 degrees. Inhale, arms reach high, chest lifts for Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So your hips are square to the front edge of the mat. You're reaching through your fingertips. Your front knee is bent 90 degrees. Then from here, as you inhale, arms reach back behind you. Take a clasp at your sacrum, and then inhale to lift your chest high. Exhale, hinge forward for humble or devotional warrior. Bringing your right shoulder to your right inner knee. Releasing through your neck here, softening your jaw, bringing your chin to your chest. Continue pressing into the outer edge of your back foot, staying really active through that back leg. 1 more breath here. Inhale. Really deepening through these breaths. Again, sinking into the sensation that's happening in your lower back. Allowing any release there to happen that is ready. And then go ahead and release your clasp. Inhale, arms reach high for Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into plank, and then option here to either take a vinyasa, or you can set your knees rather to the outer edges of the mat and set your hips all the way back for child's pose. This is a really grounding, anchoring root chakra position. Again, allowing your lower back to release. We've done a couple of back bends already. And when you're ready, we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest, press the mat away, step your foot between your palms, and then drop your back heel 45 degrees. Inhale, rise up for Virabhadrasana 1, squaring your hips to the front edge of the mat, pressing into the outer edge of your back foot. and keeping a nice 90-degree bend in your front knee. Inhale, arms reach back behind you. Take the opposite thumb on top as you clasp your hands behind your sacrum. Inhale to lift your chest high, heart comes towards the sky. And then as you exhale, fall over your hip, coming into humble or devotional warrior. Left shoulder comes to the inside of your left knee. Go ahead and relax through the back of your neck here, extending it long. Crown of your head comes towards the earth. Keeping an active stance in your back leg here. Just continue to breathe. One more round of breath. Inhale. Release your palms. Rise all the way up on your inhale to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into plank, and then exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work, everybody. Inhale, heels lift, knees bend, step or hop to the top of your mat, and then inhale to halfway lift your heart. Exhale here to fold all the way over, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms reach high, lifting all the way up and out of your pelvis. Exhale, hands to heart center for one round of breath here in Samastitihi, just coming back into stillness. Exhale, sigh it out. And then from here, go ahead and press your weight into your left leg. Inhale, right knee comes into your chest. And then as you exhale, step your right leg all the way back into a high lunge. Inhale, arms reach high. Just lift it up in this high lunge. And then as you exhale, go ahead and bring your hands back to heart center. Open your hip all the way up so that your back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. We're coming into Virabhadrasana 2. So inhale, reach your arms out to either side, pressing your gaze just past your front middle finger, softening your shoulders, lifting the crown of your head here, nice lengthening through your spine. And then as you inhale, reach forward, exhale, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Reaching through your left fingertips, nice side stretch here through your side body. And then again, inhale, lift back to warrior 2. Exhale, bring your left elbow to left knee. Right arm reaches high. We're in a modified side angle. Lengthening through your grounded leg, your back leg. Now as you exhale, go ahead and extend your right arm so it's tracking alongside your ears. Beautiful work. One nice long line from fingertip to sole of your feet, of your foot. And then inhale, lift back up to your warrior 2. From here, go ahead and cartwheel your palms forward, step back into plank, and then exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels lift, knees bend, step or hop to the top of your mat. Bring your toes to touch. And then as you inhale, arms sweep overhead, bend your knees, sit back into Utkatasana chair pose. So as you inhale, reach through your fingertips, tuck your tailbone in, engage your core, lift your chest, and then exhale, sit a little bit deeper. Inhale, arms reach high, lift all the way through, fingertips towards the sky. And then as you exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. One round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Sigh it out. From here, press your weight into your right leg. Inhale, left knee comes into your chest. And then as you exhale, step your left leg all the way back behind you. Inhale, arms reach high for high lunge. One breath here. And then again, hands to heart center here as you exhale. Open your hip all the way up for warrior 2. I'm just going to turn myself around here, but your back foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. And then reach through your fingertips as if somebody was pulling you in either direction. Looking just past your front middle finger. Breathe here. And then go ahead and reach, reach, reach forward. Exhale, flip your palm and reverse your warrior. Again, extending through your lifted fingers. Nice side stretch here, keeping that 90-degree bend in your front knee. As you inhale, lift back to Virabhadrasana 2. And then as you exhale, elbow to knee, coming into a modified side angle. Left arm reaches high. Exhale, send your left arm over your ear here. So we're just extending our side angle here. One round of breath, inhale. And then as you exhale, lift all the way back up to warrior 2. Go ahead and cartwheel your palms, step back into plank, and then exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead and drop your knees to the outer edges of your mat. Send your hips all the way back towards your toes and just rest here for one moment in child's pose. Inhaling to fill your belly. And after a few back bends that we've already taken here, a little bit of hamstring work, just noticing what has shifted for you already, noticing where you are now as opposed to when we began. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, press back up into tabletop position. Go ahead and tuck your toes, send your hips all the way back and up for downward facing dog. Inhale, heels lift, knees bend, step or hop to the top of your mat, and then inhale, halfway lift. Bring your toes to touch, exhale to fold, and then bending your knees here. Inhale, arms reach high overhead. Utkatasana, sitting back in your chair here. Reaching through your fingertips, opening through your chest. As you exhale, sit a little bit deeper. Inhale, arms reach high, lifting all the way through, extending through your knees and your arms. Exhale, hands to heart center for Samastitihi. One round of breath in stillness and balance here. Smooth, steady breath out. And then coming into our peak pose for today, go ahead and just step to the top of your mat. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. And we're going to come into eagle pose here. So as you inhale, press your weight into your left leg. Inhale, right knee comes into your chest. And then as you exhale, you're going to just wrap your right leg around your left. So send your right leg towards the left side. And then wrapping your knee around your left leg. Maybe you keep your toes to the mat. Maybe you wrap your toes around the back of your left calf. Wherever you are, sink a little bit deeper into your sit bones here. And then as you inhale, reach your arms out to either side. As you exhale, go ahead and wrap your right arm underneath your left. We're going to come into our eagle arms here. So bringing your palms to touch. I'm just going to turn so you can see. Bringing your palms to touch in front of you. As you exhale, again, sit a little bit deeper into this pose. And then as you inhale, reach your elbows up towards your chin. Keeping your core engaged here, your lower back supported by the front of your body. Softening your neck, softening your jaw. One more round of breath here, keeping your gaze, your drishti fixed on one point, one steady point. And then one more time, let's inhale, reach your elbows a little bit higher towards your chin. Exhale, sit a little bit deeper. And then go ahead and release your eagle. Go ahead and shake it out. A little activation there for our lower backs, our root chakra, really anchoring into the mat, even as our chest and our upper body gets ready to rise, to fly away. So setting up again for the other side, feet are hip width distance apart. Go ahead and shift your weight now into your right leg. And then as you inhale, bring your left knee into your chest. Again, as you exhale, go ahead and wrap your left leg around your right. So shifting your left leg out towards the right side. Maybe your toes come to the mat beneath you. Maybe you hook your toes around the back of your calf. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper into this posture, and then inhale, arms reach out to either side. As you exhale, left arm comes under your right this time, wrapping your elbows around each other, coming into our eagle arms. As you inhale, lift your elbows up towards your chin, and then as you exhale, sit a little bit deeper in this posture. Keep your core engaged here. Stay really steady with your grounded foot. This is what's really anchoring you into the earth here. And then again, as you inhale, maybe your elbows come a little bit higher towards your chin. As you exhale, maybe you sit a little bit deeper into the pose. One more round of breath. Really beautiful work here. If you fall out of this posture, just gently make your way back in. Staying really steady, really supportive of yourself. And then as you exhale, just gently unwind and go ahead and shake yourself out. Releasing the work that we just did there. And then from the top of your mat, go ahead and just step your leg wide to the wide edge of your mat. So we're coming into a really wide leg stance here. And then bringing your palms to your hips, go ahead and inhale to open your chest, bring your gaze towards the sky. Slight back bend here, and then as you exhale, just hinge forward. We're coming into a wide leg forward fold. Again, releasing what we just did, coming a little bit deeper into our hamstrings, softening through our lower back, keeping a slight micro bend in your knees here, just to keep everything protected. And then tracking the crown of your head down towards the earth, towards the mat. A couple of decompressing breaths here. Maybe you bend one knee and then the other, finding a little more release through your lower back. And then pressing up onto your palms, take a slight micro bend in your knees here. Bring your hands back to your hips and then slowly roll yourself back up to stand. From here, take any adjustments you need in your legs. And then inhale to reach your arms back behind you. Taking that clasp that we've taken a couple of times here. Open your chest here as you inhale, lifting towards the sky. And then as you exhale, again, slight micro bend in your knees as you roll forward, hinge forward into another wide leg forward fold with a bit of an open chest here. Option to stay here if this feels releasing for your shoulders, or if you'd like, you can release that clasp and bring your palms back towards the mat. Maybe you start to walk your palms towards your right foot, bending your right knee. Then maybe you come back through center and then walk over towards the left side, bending your left knee. You can move through this little flow a few times here. Always inhaling to come back through center and then exhaling to make your way to the side. Nice little release here. And then from here, coming back through center, go ahead and again, bend your knees, bring your palms to your hips, and then slowly roll back up to stand. Go ahead and step yourself all the way forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms reach high, lifting all the way through, and then exhale, swan dive forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift your heart. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into plank, and then we'll move through our last vinyasa. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. From here, drop your knees to the outer edges of your mat. Bring your toes to touch. Hips come all the way back. Pressing your feet will rest here in child's pose. Releasing through some of those back bends that we did. Allowing our hamstrings to soften. Tracking your hips, your sit bones towards your heels here. Just finding a little more lengthening through your spine, even as we're resting. One more round of breath. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. And then pressing back. Top position, go ahead and stack one ankle on top of the other. Send your hips all the way back behind you into a seated position. From here, bring the soles of your feet to the mat in front of you. Knees are bent in front of your chest. And then inhale to reach your arms forward. We're going to make our way onto the mat on the count of 7, 6, 5, 4, keeping your core engaged here. 3, 2, being really gentle with your spine, really controlled here as we land on the count of 1. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. You can rock from side to side, releasing through your lower back. And then go ahead and draw your right knee a little bit deeper into your chest as you extend your left leg long in front of you. Inhale here, flexing both of your feet, protecting your knee. And then as you exhale, left knee comes back into your chest to meet the right. Draw your left knee a little bit deeper in and then extend through your right leg, flexing both of your feet here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, right knee comes into your chest to meet the left. Go ahead and drop both of your soles of your feet to the mat and then walk your heels back towards your hips. We're going to come into a bridge pose here. So pressing into your palms, your arms are extended on either side of your torso. As you inhale, press your hips high towards the sky, lifting all the way up, keeping your knees hugged together, engaging your glutes. Lifting higher. As you inhale, maybe your hips come 1 inch higher. And then as you exhale, slowly roll back down to the mat. 1 vertebrae at a time, being really gentle with your spine. From here, go ahead and windshield wiper your legs left and right. Again, just a little release through your lower back. And then coming back through center again, walk your heels a little bit closer towards your hips. And then inhale, press your hips high. Bridge pose. Maybe this time you stay exactly as you are, or maybe you take a nice clasp underneath your sacrum, pressing your pinkies into the mat, opening through your chest here, similar to what we've done in a couple of iterations throughout this practice. 1 more inhale, see if you can press your hips a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, release that clasp if you took it, and then gently roll your spine back down to the mat. Pressing your tailbone, your root chakra into the earth here. And then again, windshield wiping your legs a little side to side. And then if there are any final movements you'd like to take here before we move into our final resting pose, please feel free to do that. Maybe you draw your knees back into your chest and come into a happy baby by pressing your palms into, or the soles of your feet rather, into your palms, gently rocking from side to side. If you are in happy baby, working to anchor, to root your tailbone, your root chakra into the mat. So not lifting through that area, but staying really grounded, even as your legs are flying. If you're in happy baby, maybe you play a little with extending one leg and then the other. Another final strings. And then when you feel ready, go ahead and bring your legs long in front of you. Preparing here for our final resting pose, allowing your ankles to splay out to the sides. If you find that you have a lot of tightness in your lower back here and hamstrings, you can always keep your knees bent if that's more comfortable. And then allowing your arms to come to either side, taking up as much space as you need here. Palms of your hands are reaching toward the sky in a receptive formation. And then just use this time to fully surrender into your mat. Maybe you come back to the intention that you set at the beginning of practice, just reconnecting to what brought you here, knowing that this practice has been supportive of all of the intentions you are creating. And just allow your face to soften, your jaw, release through your neck and your chest. Allow your stomach, your belly to melt. Allowing your weight to surrender into the earth beneath you. I invite you to rest in this pose for as long as you would like, receiving all of the benefits of today's practice. When you are ready to move into the next part of your day, please very gently start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe you move your head gently from side to side. And then inhaling to reach your arms overhead, taking a full body stretch. Breathing life back into all the nooks and crannies of your body. And then gently drawing your knees into your chest. Go ahead and rock towards the right side. Coming into fetal position for just a moment. And then keeping your eyes closed as best you can. Press into your left palm. Come back into a seated position very gently, very slowly. And then once you have arrived in your easy seat, go ahead and bring your palms to heart center in Anjali Mudra. And we'll seal today's practice with one Om. Inhale to fill. And bowing our heads to our hearts in reverence for this practice and in gratitude for ourselves. Thank you for joining today. I hope you feel a little more anchored, a little more released through your lower back and your hamstrings. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Namaste.